I'm going to create an exam using quiz starting from scratch. So I have a module here called propagation, and I already have this section hidden from students. So I click on add an activity or resource. I already have the quiz option saved in my favorites. So as I click on it, the very first thing we do is create the actual quiz itself, give it a name. In this case, the name is going to be propagation exam, and I'm going to put the percentage. I don't write anything under description. Next thing, on the timing, I have to ensure I populate the date of the exam. In this case, it's the 31st of January. So first I have to tick the enable on the open the quiz and close the quiz. This is the actual time when the exam will take place, which is the 31st of January. The exam opens at exactly 10 a.m. No one will be able to access the exam before that time, and it's a 2 hours exam, so it closes at 12. So basically, even if a student doesn't turn up to the exam after 12 o'clock, they will not be able to access it. Then the time limit, I'm going to enable this and choose hours. I'm going to add the 2 hours that this exam will take place. So then it's also good for me to say that attempts must be submitted before the time expires, because then the students will know that they have to actually submit the exam. For grade, I always start putting in a 10 as a grade to pass, and I am going to change this later on because the default grade for a quiz is 10. I'm going to have to come back here and put a 20 because the grade of this exam is 40%, so I have to remember to change that to 20. It is extremely important that I only allow one attempt. I don't want any student to be able to go back home and make changes and attempt the exam a second time. By default, the attempts allowed comes as unlimited, and so sometimes it is easy to bypass this, but it is extremely important. Next thing is the layout. Because the questions will be saved automatically if each question is in one page, I recommend that we choose every question. And so it means that if for whatever reason there is a power cut, the students' work will be saved up to the question in which they are working at the time of the power cut. Question behavior, we want to say no to shuffle questions. We don't want to shuffle them, and we want deferred feedback. With review options, we are always going to choose after the quiz is closed. So all the other boxes that are ticked, is good that we will untick them. So that means that after 12 o'clock on the 31st of January, the students will be able to receive the feedback, the marks, the actual right answer, and the transparency will be then there. Under appearance, if you choose to enable image, then you can tick that box. But for this example, I'm gonna have no image of the student. This comes handy if you want to ensure that the student picture comes up in the screen, so that if the invigilator does not know the students in that group, that they will be able to see them. With Safe Exam Browser, of course, we're going to say yes, configure manually. We're going to leave everything else as yes, 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 and make sure that enable our audio controls is ticked to yes. Okay, so that's the only thing we needed to tick there. Extra restrictions on attempt. I want to make sure that there is a password so that the students will not be able to attend the exam unless they have this password. So I'm just going to make up the password cuttings, which is what they will have to write. I'm going to use a small font just to make it easier for them. Cuttings. Overall feedback, I don't usually put anything here. Common module settings, I don't have anything here either. I would click on make available, but don't show on course page. So this will be available the minute that the quiz is open. I don't have any more restrictions on the exam. No tags, no turn it in, no competencies. So I'm good to go. Click on save and return to course. So that's, I made a mistake placing the wrong closing date. So I just correct that mistake down and save and return to course. Apparently there's another mistake somewhere. Okay, the value must not start at the end. Okay, so the actual password was incorrect. Let me see if this allows me to save and return to the course. So that's perfect. Now I will do another video where I will start populating the questions, but at the moment when I click on it there are no questions.